If you thought the big one was last video, you would surely be mistaken.
Game! It finally... The big one.
Now, this is Generations Transformers Power of the Primes Leader Class Optimus Prime / Orion Pax. Yeah, this is my first leader class ever. Let me just say, this thing is pretty sweet. Like, even the Matrix is a headmaster. You can switch out the headmasters with Micronix, Vector Prime, Liege Maximo. And obviously probably the other headmasters if you wanted, but it's not as cool as Matrix of Leadership being a headmaster. But yeah, this figure is pretty sweet. Obviously you can tell my box is a little banged up here, and that's fine, because I got this for $20 less than what he normally is, so I'll take that if I can get a full leader class for $50. I'll take that. Plus, I get everything in it. So something they did do is they actually did make this the same size as a Titan's headmaster. So if you really wanted, you could fit a headmaster inside the matrix of leadership and carry him around inside of Optimus. And there he is, Optimus Prime, the unseeable matrix of leadership. I have to zoom out. There we go. There's a better look at it. Now, I'm going to start going into articulation for this mode. And the head for this mode is on a ball joint, but is limited due to his also buckethead nature and the fact that it's so large that it can only move that far. Next, his shoulders are on a swivel. They can go full 360. Okay, so it's actually kind of impossible for me to get this fully in camera, but his arm can fully 360 all the way around. Alright, next his elbows can go to a little past 90 and not anywhere back. They have a mushroom swivel here. The hands cannot move at all. Now, I'm not sure what to expect for a Titans class, but for my first Titans class, I'd say this is a decent one. His legs can do a full 360 if you get them at an angle. They can go up about that much, not 90, and not 90 back, about like 85 on a ratchet as well. Knees go back that far, a little past 90, and they can go up a little bit more than normal. Nitpick I have is that the ankles are like really loose for some reason on mine, so it's pretty hard for him to stand up properly and hold a decent pose. So you're gonna have to hold him really flat. But other than that, very, very nice tiltage. And also another big nitpick I have of this figure is that the back of his figure is completely just obviously his truck, and you can see his legs poking out from the back. But other than that, I think it's time we get this bad boy transformed. Okay, so first thing you actually want to do is come to the back here, and there's this little blue switch. You hold on it, and he'll be able to slide out his main compartment. We'll now be left with Optimus Prime shell and Optimus Prime upper half torso. Beautiful aim. And did I mention this head sculpt? It's actually pretty nice. Very nice blue in there. I really do also like the shattered glass look of this. And yeah, this is going to be the third mode of one of 3 he has. This is his compact Optimus Prime combine mode. Alright, first thing we do with compact Optimus Prime here, you come to the back and just swing down his legs, pretty much. Then turn them 180. Flip out his heels, or his feet actually. Flip out his hands, and then bring out his hands. Open up his chest plate, revealing his Orion Pax head, and push down his Optimus Prime head, and close that up. There's a little peg here, and it pegs into here. G1 style, baby. This is about as G1 as it gets for Orion Pax. The transformation is quite simple, and for both of these two, I'd say this is going to be the most complex one, just getting this into the trailer. Orion Pax's head sculpt, very nice. Very beautiful details. His backpack is quite large. His wheels are there, but they're a little hidden. This is very G1-esque, and I very, very much like it. My first Orion Pax. Now, something I actually didn't mention is that the gun here can split into 2, and then you can hold it in either hand of Mr. Optimus or Orion Pax's, but I like to hold the big gun for the big guy, because it makes sense for the big guy to hold the big gun. Funny enough, even with this guy having the world's biggest backpack, he still isn't very back heavy. He likes to fall forward quite a bit. And it's probably because his heels, again, suffer from the same thing, being super floppy. Now, moving on to articulation, I'm going to start with the head on a ball joint. You already know that. Looks about up and down the same, about as much as the original head. His hands, well, rather his elbow here is on a ball joint, so it can move up, down, all around, however you want until it hits a blockage. Arm here is on a mushroom swivel. Bend that goes all the way up for transformation. Hand is also on a hinge here, or on a swivel, mushroom swivel, so it can swing back in for transformation. My mushroom swivel on my legs here are extremely loose, and they keep popping out like that. His legs have this little skirt bit and can make it so he can go all the way up about 90, and then his backpack makes it so he can only go about here and kick back about that far, and he can do a full 90-degree kick as well. There is just movement at the tip of his toes, no ankle tiltage. I mean, this is basically like a deluxe class figure right here. So, can't really expect too much. Alright, now let's get the easier of the two transformed into truck mode. And that would be, obviously, Mr. Orion Pax. So first thing we're gonna do is come to his legs, and we're going to twist them inwards, fold down his feet, and plug together, well actually, I'm gonna bring up his torso here, and then plug together his, we'll actually slide together his little feet. Bring down his head, and this will literally form his hitch, his trailer hitch. We're gonna come to his arms, turn those around, flip him in, then we can bring them out and bring them into their place. Next, come to the front of the cab and swing over these pieces, and they get pegged in to this little tab here. And second verse, same as the first. And there we go. There's Optimus Prime with his matrix of leadership, all transformed. Well, actually, this is Orion Pax. But very nice, honestly. I really like the front of his trailer, or front of his truck here. Very nice details, and the window is a very nice shade of transparent blue. There's some windshield wipers here, the mirrors, and some painting pretty much about everywhere that you'd want painting. Headlights, and there's even a grill markings for the mold. But yeah, this is a beautiful mold, and the only thing that I don't like about it is it actually rolls pretty well though. The only thing that I don't like about it is that the hands are just quite literally sitting back here, and there's nothing you can really do about that. I wish they kind of folded into here, because that's what every other Optimus Prime does, but nope, they just kept him in the back. I guess if you really wanted to, you could just stick it on top of his trailer or his truck. Now we're gonna move on to this beast. Alright, first step for transforming this massive beast is coming to the back here, and there are some smokestacks. We're just gonna go ahead and fold those up. The feet, and push them forward till they rest flat, like that. I'm gonna come to the back of the feet, the legs here, unpeg these, and hinge them all the way around to the front. Once we do that, we can plug them in and plug in back of the feet here. Little pegs there. Move this one crank, come to the arms, unfold these little bits here. Going to then come to his arms and raise them up. Next, we're going to move his arms down, and we're gonna finish unfolding the rest of these little trailer bits here. Next and final step, we're going to take the arms and start folding them inwards and making sure they match up with the rest of the trailer, like that. Making sure to get plug in here, 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 and to get this little piece over into this slot. Okay, and once you do that, the trailer looks like it's done, but there's actually 1/2 final steps that you have to do, and that's coming to the underside and finding this little hitch and unfolding it so that he can finally plug into Optimus. The tiniest little hitch ever, but it works. Now, the instructions does not say that you can do this, but you can have the gun sitting up here on both of his trailer ports here. And if you look real closely here, there are some pegs here, 1 and 2. You can choose to peg either one into the trailer here. And this has been Optimus Prime, Power of the Primes, Generations, Optimus Leader Class Prime. This is the first Optimus that I have that actually has a trailer, so finally I have a trailer for my Optimus. You could probably fit maybe a couple of cars in here if you really wanted, but there's honestly not too much space in there for actually fitting cars. And once again, if you sneeze during the video, bless your face.